Oh, right. Hey, what's up? Just announcing that my stream was up there. Hi, how are you guys? I'm out of liquid tears this morning, and my vision is very blurry. I was hoping that I would get some liquid tears before I needed to start up stream, but I did not. Yeah. So, I was gonna do something over here, and I don't remember what it was. Be right back. Yeah, be right back. Okay. Oh, use glaucoma drops as liquid tears, baby. That's how we do. I can see a little bit better now. I needed to do that before we started playing. I realized I couldn't read chat with my eyes that blurry. So, all right, got my controller plugged on in. It's working. Let's switch to the big scene. I think this is actually where we want to be for this game. And so I have a plan for today. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. We're in this nightmare world. But once we get out of the nightmare world here, I'm going to pretty much try to focus on main story stuff for a while and see if I can figure out what's actually going on in the world. Because I'm curious if that will help me want to play the game more. Because right now I'm doing so much side stuff that everything just seems very random, you know?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head. So something is wrong.
Whoa.
Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already.
The voice changing
Silent
threw me a
alarm
bit.
goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Hey, DOS. So, like I was saying, once we get out of this nightmare world, I think I'm going to focus on what I perceive as main quest. Ones that I actually understand what I'm doing. And I'm going to stop doing side stuff for a little bit. Thank you for expressing your friendship in the way that is custom for the collective. Because I find most of the side stuff's just confusing me at this point. I don't know what's happening, so.
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man.
Yeah, XP for denying my
your spark.
Like, that was against the character I've been playing for the last 2 days to deny my animal sensibility, like desires, but I didn't want to get on another side quest. Okay. I figured that was where Kim was, and I was trying to get Kim before going, but apparently nah. Maybe Kim's out on the balcony smoking. Maybe he's down here. Whoa. Okay, that room's open now. There's Kim. Yo, Kim.
Morning. I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to. The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Cool.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
We're doing it now.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Let's go, Kim. Let's get in a fight. What up, fuckers?
Over here.
Oh.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Yeah.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Interesting, Doss. I didn't get that vibe, but
It doesn't
do like
matter
it, though.
If you recognize our authority, we will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
sure. She's right.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective,
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Yeah. Oh, I like him, ripe and pretty.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Questions? To hell with that. Get right up in the big dick's face. Physical confrontation. The room is silent. The leader does not flinch. Get further in there. Escalate.
Escalate! I love Physical Instrument. He is my favorite.
What the fuck is this? You wanna fuck with me?
He hunches forward. His right hand starts tapping a quick little rhythm on his thigh. Tap, tap, tap. This guy's tough. Get the eye twitch going.
Engage eye twitch.
Scary. What do you think you're doing? You hear. But his mouth isn't moving. It's the tension in his shoulders speaking. I can do this all night long. His clenched fists say, their knuckles turning white. I'm young. You're 50,000 years old. Do not explain or defend yourself. Attack.
In that time, I have killed more than once. I can feel it in me, the ugly. With all the abuse I've taken, I'm still walking, talking, and ready to give it. At my age, you'll be dead and impulsive. You could fight.
Good. The twitch in his eye replies. I've beaten a man so hard he doesn't move. Or maybe I kept his head underwater. Hard to say which, but you can feel the ugly in me too. With begrudging respect, he leans back. The room around you is silent. Time to speak now. With words.
The pretty boy.
You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container behind about the dead man's neck? I've spoken to the dead man in the bazaar. You're involved somehow. I just don't proof yet.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Oh,
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
nah, because he wasn't dead. He was already dead before he was hung.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
That's not what happened.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
58%. Let's go.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way. Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him.
Like what, Copper? Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too.
Fair.
Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade, right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Cool.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Well, that definitely deserves punishment.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
I was having a
That was before he started coming here.
conversation in another chat last night. And I want to ask you guys how you feel about it. You guys understand there's a difference between punishment and consequences, right? Like, for instance, if someone eats a Tide Pod and dies from it, we didn't punish them by killing them. They suffered the consequences of being a dumbass and eating a Tide Pod and died, right? That's not a punishment. That's a consequence of their actions. And I couldn't get anyone else in the chat or the streamer to understand that letting if someone does something life-threatening and they die from it, it's not a punishment, it's a consequence. We're not punishing them by letting them die. They're dying because they did something that was life-threatening. I don't know. I just eventually I stopped. I was just like, I don't think you guys are understanding that there's a difference here. That was after I got timed out for not timed out, but purged. I was talking to the streamer about the game that he was playing. He said he had already done some content, and I was like, oh yeah, I really liked that part of the content, and I got purged for spoiling, even though the streamer was talking about it and I was talking to the streamer about the content that he just said he'd already done. And then I got timed out for talking about Final Fantasy VII and spoiling Final Fantasy VII. So I was like, you know, I'm done. I'm done talking for the night.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
I had a bad night in the chat last night. That's all I'm saying. It put me in a bad mood. It carried over to this morning, the bad mood, which was sad. I shouldn't let things like that control my mood, but some reason it did last night. It got me.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming.
Yeah, exactly, Doss. Exactly.
Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
Okay.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to third-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. No. I's here. You got business with my boys.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boy, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Good use of fuck, guys.
You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Fucking say something already!
I don't have good chances of that, so there's no real point. I'm trying to, it won't let me leave. Oh, there it goes. Later, guys. So I want to go talk to her, but I also want to go talk to the union leader. And then at 9 p.m. we need to go back to the apartments. So union leader, here we come. Probably. Maybe we should talk to this guy before we go all the way back to the leader.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
I don't know. We couldn't conclude, but they said he was unconscious when they hung him, so maybe that's the reason why, but we had concluded that the hanging was post-mortem, most likely, but I couldn't find a freezer to put the body in to re-examine it later. So we sent him to the station.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend. Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law.
I like this
But
guy
really,
a lot.
They're just like you.
I gotta be honest, he's probably my favorite person. My favorite personality is definitely the physical guy that I keep saying I love, but that guy's my favorite person. I assume we go back to talk to this guy now that we've unlocked the weasel's door. And then, like I said, we'll go talk to the Wild Pines lady on her boat, and then we'll go to the apartment at 9 o'clock at night. I don't know what we're gonna do between this and 9 o'clock at night, though. Time moves pretty slow in this game. But there's plenty of tasks on my list, so. And I'm sure I'll get new task talking to these guys, right? Hey, brother.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
Isn't the whole point in living where you're living is it's not supposed to get that hot?
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you. but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I out of the multiple places I've lived, I think North Carolina, in the Piedmont, North Carolina, is the optimal place to live if you just want consistent, never too extreme weather. Other than the humidity coming in sometimes and getting really bad, like for like a couple weeks in the summer, it's almost always just mild and great here.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you? Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you. Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
This is weird. If I stretch my my trap and my neck right here, there's something happening that's making my sinus cavity expand. That's okay. That's weird. Okay.
That's not how you baton someone. The technique is way off. You strike with your whole body, not just the baton.
Oh, Harry, thanks for the tip. I'll leave doing the real damage to you. You are the real police officer after all, not me. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest.
This guy's voice, man.
Spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Those Senorita Pineapple people are scary motherfuckers. Decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapples.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
You also look like you weigh about 400 pounds, so walking's probably not easy for you.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Huh.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
This guy's pretty straightforward. I guess us not having any actual jurisdiction here makes people willing to be.
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them. How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
I gotta say, I never thought of what a cool word sediment was until he just said it as a security contractor name. That's a dope word.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Just between us, I don't care for those lefty dinks either. It's all about power, and here's how we're gonna get it. I need you to be my kingsman, Harry.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez.
We're gonna do it
and
anyway.
Maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Let's go.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a real Kingsman and a patriot. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
So I'm assuming day 2 is Tuesday.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
And he said the bridge will be fixed by Wednesday.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. I have no tell her about all of it.
Oh.
My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
All right, so here's the thing. The nice little Joyce lady doesn't want to talk to me unless I have my badge. I don't know where to get my badge at. The bridge isn't complete till tomorrow. The apartment guy isn't available until 9 p.m. Oh. Does that say? Oh, it does not say filed or failed. It tells you when it's filed. Okay, so get signatures, prove your authority to Titus Hardy, talk to Titus and establish authority. Maybe not. Where is? Track down your badge. It is unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world huge like this. Maybe you should just stumble across it down the line. All right. I doubt this guy has anything new to say to me, but because I didn't find his Borscht recipe or whatever it was that I was supposed to find for him, we'll check.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my... Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
Nothing new. Can I pick up that bottle? Or what do they call it? Trape? They call it like trape is the recycling. You pick up trape. There's this thing which I still can't open probably. I mean, I have a low chance,
the cargo container.
But
it's drawn.
That's not happening. I wonder why rhetoric is the one I can I need for that. That's a little odd. I see all these plastic bottles everywhere, but I can't seem to. Maybe I actually have to have my plastic bag equipped. 1 second. Or not.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arn.
If you must.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and there's...
Let's get going. The entire...
I mean, this looks like a stairway here, but it's obviously broken, I guess. We can't do it. Like, that's the apartment. Oh, I can pick up that stuff. Maybe I just had to have the bag equipped to be able to... Didn't it just target something right here a second ago? To have the ability to target the trash on the ground? Yep, that's it. So I can... Okay. In order to target trash on the ground, I have to have the bag equipped. That's cool. Well, at least that gives me something to do. I could make some money this way, and that'll allow me to do something else. I guess it'll allow me to pay my rent to sleep at night. It looks like you should be able to get on that roof, but I can't figure out how. It's taunting you. It really is. Anything over here? No. Just him, pretty much. I like that Kim just walked right up to him and was like, "What up, bro? My friend there knows Kung Fu. How are you doing?" Kim, can you let me go down the stairs, please? Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna look around. We have plenty of time to kill. We pretty much have a whole day to kill doing side stuff. So I guess that's what we're doing. Still can't talk to her, I assume.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her.
Let's see how much money we get for tear. I think they call it tear, not trape. I don't know. It won't let me interact with her beyond that. I think she's content blocked.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, nice.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and you're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
He's not horribly wrong. We do have a new item apparently. I don't know what it is. Oh, when did I get a white envelope?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Oh, this is what they want me to sign. Okay. I doubt he has anything new to say, but we're here.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to...
So I'm gonna go check the bridge, make sure it's actually not there. Are you new?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on. Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
No, your mother.
I don't think you understand how that joke goes. Do continue. You were asking about the strike?
No.
Anything else?
I think
Us
I'm good
lorry
at this
drivers,
guy.
Not my thing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more he tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep.
All right. I think there was a whole thing there, but I don't care at the moment. Let's go. Yeah, we're supposed to be able to cross here, but it's been borked, and he said by Wednesday it'll be fixed.
Good morning to you, officers.
All right, but it's not fixed till Wednesday. So
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But then you pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal, some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
yes, that was said. All right. Let's go talk to Joyce. I don't know how to get my badge, and Joyce wants me to have my badge before she'll really talk to me, but I think she'll give me some side quests to do, so.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
I could put the thing I'm supposed to get signatures on into the mailbox. I'm not doing that.
Hello again, sir. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers.
Nothing
I
important.
think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their...
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
I do my studies at
Hey,
home at the
Busa.
moment.
What,
Left to
barkeeper?
help Mum keep this place running.
What is the longest book you ever read?
You need to learn to speak in conjunctions there, barkeeper. But longest book I've read? I don't know. Oh, I do know. I've read the New and Old Testament in both the King James and in the New World Translation when I was younger, and I was into theology.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir. Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
I guess I didn't talk to this girl enough to get a feel for the quest to turn off the bear downstairs. Because I've already done this.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were asking about Dick Mullen. No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Looking for something to read. It is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing. Help her by carrying things? Maybe she needs a weightlifter. Maybe she needs you to fight her husband. No, that's not it.
My husband? No, he's not.
Oh, I don't think I'm in streamer mode, guys. 1 second. Let me fix that real fast. My bad. Streamer mode. Yep.
You're welcome. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this.
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Please, let's do.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Man, I would like to. All right, let's go talk to Mom about the curse. Hey, what's up, Shanti? How are you today?
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop. I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape. Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Host Almighty, she prays, guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman.
My day is pretty simple so far. Just wake up, take care of Leo, take care of my personal stuff. You know, work out, shower, eat, and then start streaming. So
All right.
my day's been great.
You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her. Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite
I have talked to
anxious
it.
know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery too.
Thought I already did this, but we'll do it again. Wait, what's this? Okay. I'm a little disappointed at where my weight loss is this week, but there's still Friday and Saturday weigh-in that I have a chance to make up for it, so. Hey, we got a new ball for the old dudes. Do I get another chance at this?
The barbell waits patiently on the...
Fortunately, we've already looked at pretty much everything in here, so it shouldn't take us long to get through. But I am going to look around as much as I can, because if there are some orbs I haven't seen, I get XP for orbs now. So, alright, I don't know the password.
Tiles on the cube are...
Did I ever check over here? Oh.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up.
There's an orb right there, man. Thank you. Should I look at that postcard? I could probably look at that postcard, yeah?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
I have the filament memory. I don't know where the ice cream freezer is, though.
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
I guess I did. Okay. Guess we're going down to the basement. Let go! No, I don't want to look at that. I'm a duck of mystery, always on the prowl. Sweep out of the shadows and darkness of the night. Somewhere some villain schemes, but his number's up. Darkwing Duck.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
My physical attributes are paying off. Oh, is that the ice cream maker there? Wait, I think that might be the ice cream maker.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else if you want to try again.
Pry bar. But I also want to keep my flashlight on.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Hey Bash, 3%, man. We're gonna go upstairs and talk to the lady first. Wait, you think turning the power back on might make a difference?
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churn. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
I don't know where the water's dripping. I don't know. I don't know why my physical prowess isn't strong enough to open this. Do I need a better pry bar, maybe? I'm pretty good, Bash. Handmade ice cream is definitely better, always. Soft serve is poop. Yeah, soft serve's poop. I would rather have any kind of like freezer grocery store ice cream
Only the
over
black cake
soft
is
serve.
plugged into the breaker box, while the red one lies neglected on the floor.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. Like turning the crank, turning the crank, turning the crank, turning the Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
I'm not gonna roll that at 3% and break my pry bar or break that and not be able to get it open. I think the password I need for that thing upstairs is in there, so I'm gonna wait till I find a better tool, maybe a better pry bar. I was just, because it kept mentioning that I heard water dripping in the distance. I thought turning it enough would maybe change something, but well, this is an ice cream machine, right? So turning it a lot should change something. But hey girl, I'm gonna look at your stuff first. Okay. All right, I think I looked at all your stuff.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for? Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Is this not the person I was talking to on the radio before?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Squinting your eyes mysteriously. Answers.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
She sounds like Salad Fingers.
Take a look around
A little
and see
bit.
if there's any particular stone you want to use. Nothing really. I didn't know him.
She had a different microphone for that line.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
This whole dialogue tree is a different day.
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike, but I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Cool.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
It's pretty rad, actually.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had
Excuse
to
me.
build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
More than 7? I have 30.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice? Made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet, to complement your magnetic personality. 10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours. It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
Let's do it!
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
8 hours. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? All right, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Oh, that's what the cobalt door is. It connects to here somehow.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
My character...
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane.
I'm not sure if my character is superstitious or not. I haven't thought it through that much.
But I'm glad we got
The
this
voices in my
sorted
head seem
out.
to be.
Anything else I can help you with today?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Officer!
Oh no, not the zipper.
A tool to get the zipper open.
And what technique is that?
Miss, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Officer, this isn't how mature adults deal with their feelings.
Now you feel something. The cold damp of shame washing over you.
The air pressure told you to take your pants off in my studio? Can you please employ this special technique somewhere else? I work here and my work requires concentration. Half-naked people don't help with that. More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms, under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. The usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest. Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Thank you.
Anything else? Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas. There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritter does the same thing.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator.
I do.
To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either.
I prefer
and
my
the
ice
came
cream
out
guarded by apex
malformed and
predators.
partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. You did what?
I had to kill the bear to become the bear. I murdered it with my own bare hands. I unplugged the fridge to help Revachol Ice City cut their losses. Sure.
Ugh, of course they left it plugged in. Even in death, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Scary, but cool.
Oh, I totally understand. Anything else?
Oh,
right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
I saw the name East Delta Pinball doorbell. A strange happening with the calling name. Yeah, that one.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
A prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity. Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Huh.
Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
All right.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Baye, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here, yeah, you know, beneath it is just heartbreak.
Okay, let's go.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Why is composure taking me into delusions? Oh, he stopped. All right. So we got something new, right? No? Huh. We got a new map. Oh, we have maps? You can get maps? All right, I have new thoughts, but I can't use them. Oh, I can unlock a thought. Nice. I wanted to unlock that, how do we, okay. Anti-object, yes. All right, I don't know what to do with the ice cream freezer yet, unless there is a tool I can buy that I'm not aware of. But I think I can go ahead and tell the mom that she's probably not cursed, right? Or maybe not. Maybe she is cursed. You're not cursed. There was a bear and there was a lady. They were separate though. They weren't the same thing. There was no bear lady.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
She says just capitalism, bankruptcy is a quirk of the economic system. The source of the taxidermy shop, he became involved with a darker than taxidermy and brought a void of spirits down into the place. Honestly, I don't think it's the answer yet. There's another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings. I'm a lie to her.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yeah, I despooked it. The curse is definitely gone.
What does that mean? Are you certain? All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course. But still, thank you, officer. Truly.
Yeah,
You brought
me.
a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
I did a task.
All right then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here. And there, too. 1,200 meters away, on the urban coast.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Of course.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation
Okay,
of the curse.
whatever. We're out.
Financial distress. But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you.
The woman before you scans the...
All right. I think she might have a map to sell up here, right?
Several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda.
Always good to be informed of your...
All right, so a couple things. I leveled up for one, and we're gonna use that point here. Two, we got a new item, I think. Nope. Okay, three, we got a new task. Oh, something happened. Oh yeah, we got a map. So how do we look at that here? Oh, look at the map. So interesting. I don't... Okay, we have a map now at least. I guess if I forget where someone is, it'll be helpful. We're gonna talk to a freaking Wild Pines lady now. What's her name? Joyce, I think? Oh, we can go get the old men their ball. Let's go get the old men their ball. They're down there. Yeah. Hey, I got your ball, brother.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Honey, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Suddenly you realize how hungry you are. The last time you ate must have been God knows when. The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder, well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction.
Fuck off! It's mine.
A glimmer of respect flashes in Rene's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
How do I give them their ball? May I talk to the other guy? May I talk to him? Maybe he's the guy I give the ball to.
We're still waiting for a replacement
Oh, yeah.
for the bull you sent sinking. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
Dope. Okay. Let's go talk to Joyce. I really don't know what else to do other than go talk to Joyce right now. So yeah, this way. Oh, this way. Yeah. I might go get me a coffee, guys. And I think my drops are here. I think that's what Leo's going crazy about. I'll go do that. Before we talk to Joyce, let me go get a coffee and my drops in. And yeah, it's been an hour and a half. I'll take a quick break. That might be what I'm talking about. Is that what you get like at Italian restaurants, that they put the oil and herbs in the little bowl, and you take the bread and you dip it in the bread, and then you eat the bread, and then you get really fat, but then your food comes out and you eat more of it because it's more carbs, because it's fucking Italian food, and it's appetizers, and it's freaking calamari cooked to perfection so it melts in your mouth instead of being chewy like rubber, and then your chicken parmigiana comes out and it's on freaking linguine as well, and you just eat all that, and then they keep bringing the free bread the whole time, so you're eating the free bread the whole time because it's so good. And why not drink a freaking Coca-Cola Classic while you're at it, that is bottomless with infinite free refills, 20 of those babies down. That alone is like 4,000 calories, not to mention the 8,000 you got from the food, more than that because you ate all that bread. Oh, going out to eat is so fun. Damage. Oh, I don't have enough to cast again? Okay. Well, I'm at the boss with no sub-weapon. Really, dude? Components you can expensive, that's why the PC is a mix of old and new parts. I asked how it was going and he said good. He only crashed once and I said so did Kobe. Dude was a Lakers fan. That was so fucking bad. Oh, Pickle. Oh. Yeah, level up. Oh yeah, I had the Sage Ring on too. That's probably why I'm leveling up slightly faster than you. Forgot about that. The Sage Stone. That bonus XP. What do you think? You think there's something in there? You think there's something in there?
The fact that you can do that.
Come right at it. Hit the boosters now. Turn them off. Yeah, you gotta turn them off halfway or else you go too high. You fly too high. You go to the sun, you become Icarus, and your wings melt, and you game over. What happens?
You found hubby number one's house. I always
Kick
thought
flip.
his roof would make a great stunt.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. We back. Nah, I've tried starting sourdough 7 times and it keeps dying. This is the basic whole black. Okay, Joyce, are you ready? Are you ready to die, Joyce? She's not gonna die. Probably.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
I assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still. Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. Yes? Excellent.
All right.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching. Better not tie the force day to the backstay on it.
All right, let's go check out some freaking lorries. Yeah, it's not even noon yet. We don't need to be back to the apartments till 9 p.m., I think. We can cut through here, right? No, we can't cut through there. We could have cut through the apartment. That wouldn't have helped. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my my trash bag back on. Dude.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Has some, but those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam... Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
I'm thinking that it's the dude up here next to the newsstand, but I'm just gonna look around a bit here because I haven't really looked around here. We can actually look. We can look in his truck. Him, there. His truck's here. And we're gonna look in that bad boy and see what kind of drugs we can find. Now that we know we're looking for drugs.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays.
No, not you, not you.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Drugs? They are shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night.
Ah.
If they touch my stuff,
The kids would
will be
know.
on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars.
It's hard to understand this guy.
He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't
He's
be
very
so sure
French.
about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so.
Alright. I know who they're talking about. Wasn't there a thing here? I swear there was. There it is. Hey, bottles, baby. Money, 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 money. Hey, dude, you sell drugs?
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right?
The fat
I
racist.
bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
Okay.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that? Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Yeah, thanks, Half-Light.
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Okay, I know who they're talking about. The lady looking at her picture.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that. I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
All right.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can...
I miss Ice Cold being a thing. It was never a thing very long, but it made sense to me. And very little slang makes sense to me. Except for the slang I was basically born with, like cool and man and dude and, you know. Anything Bart Simpson says.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution.
Man, her portrait.
The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new way.
Hey, Busa.
What's up, barkeeper?
How do you plan to make the world a better place?
Fuck you, barkeeper. I plan on making the world a better place by not making it a worse place. Okay, so this is her nose here, right? And this is like she's a side profile shot here, and there's hair like going over her cheek here. But it took me a while to see that. I don't know if it's my color blindness or what, but what I was seeing was this here was one of her eyes. And then this here is the other eye. So this was the front of her face here. This was the bridge of her nose and like a skeleton zombie nose here. And then like this was her mouth. It was very, very disturbing what I was seeing until I realized I was looking at it wrong.
Until you came along, that is. Someone was. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest
What's up?
star of his day.
What are you doing?
Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen.
Too loud.
And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She's very
All
odd.
at once. The world. The present.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, the meth.
Why are you being loud?
Golden age.
Why are you being loud? No. Not continue to be loud. Why are you being loud? Come here. You okay? Can you lay down, please? Thank you.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds. Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Huh.
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo. Of course not.
I'm just gonna go through these in order.
To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. No. The boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him. The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. Diamonds.
Whoops.
Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the... I quit concern.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Of course it does. What did you expect?
I just had a weird realization while she was telling that story. Was country western the original emo music?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
It was whiny. It was always complaining about lost love and how life was hard, and also like blues was talking about the hardships of life too, but it wasn't whiny about it, right? It was just more stating it. But country was whining about it. Country western. I think it may have been the original emo music.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me. How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to? The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman.
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
Huh.
Oh, Sim. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Okay.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
If you don't know, you're man, Lowman. What of it?
Huh.
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman? It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Involved with drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting out here? If you had to guess, do you think they're smuggling drugs around here? I didn't ask if they're diamonds, did I?
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras. I would never make fun of a real Lowman, Herife.
Ma'am, you're not responsible for what a client puts in your lorry, as long as the seals are not opened. We officers know that.
Lay off her.
Really?
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet.
Ah.
He's the only one I can see from here.
The guy I liked.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
I think... Yeah, we're good. Did we get a new item? No. Why did it look like we got a new item? Weird. Where am I? Oh. How do you plan to make the world a better place? All you can do is try not to make it a worse place and hope that your kindness and your goodness somehow makes the world a better place for the individuals around you. That's all you can do.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Los Ardis? They're sort of like you.
I thought this was the guy she was talking about when she said the skinny guy who thinks he's a poet. Is that not who she was talking about? Find out who the lady driver and where's her lorry.
Right to work. Right.
I missed something then, right?
Yes?
One more question.
The woman is still hunched over the...
Huh? What is it? What are you...
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to us.
Come on, he thinks. She's not the lady driver.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's land, Udashnaya's...
Okay. A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatalia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly. You go right ahead, Loman. Let me know when you find them. I can't wait to read their reports. Is that all you woke me up to say?
I guess it is. I mean, I'm not missing anything over here. Maybe I should ask this guy about the lady driver?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
Ooh.
Looks like the lieutenant has a plan.
The bitch mother?
This.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him.
83%.
It won't be easy to break him.
Let's go, Half-Light!
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me Lori right fucking now. The lady driver's Lori. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? I've been to your fucking Lori. I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on the police radio saying that, probably the first one.
Fucking homo cop. Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Okay. I'm not good with color green. I assume this is the one they're talking about, but I'm gonna go back down here. Maybe there's one I can access now. But I couldn't access. Oh yeah, couldn't access this before. I can now though.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
I've seen better days, been a star of many plays. I've seen better days. And the music fades out. That was a good drum break. Try to peek in the window, try the door handle. How are we going to get this one? Okay.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
I need something.
This screen found.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Pry bar in hand.
What?
You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now. Another futile thunk sounds in the brisk coastal air.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
83% success and I failed.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM,
Sorry.
UKV, but...
The pull-out tool slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, poster, you wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers,
Take 'em.
a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Take them all.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and these are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade No. 5. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Okay.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
In short, this is a future angle. Possibly a good one.
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Okay.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
We have to pick up our dice at 1700?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't.
The apartment's at 2100.
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay.
Debrief over. After you.
So that's my plan right now. We're gonna go back and talk to Joyce. I really don't know what to do between from now till 5 and from 5 till 9. I'm sure I can find somebody to talk to or some bottles to pick up or something, but I think I did most of the stuff I could the first day.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo?
Yeah. Do these machines actually exist that you could put recyclables into and they just instantly dish out some cash? Well, that seems like a brilliant idea. To keep your neighborhoods clean.
This coin-operated...
I didn't see this one before.
Operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to your money disappears into the coin slot, a clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible, a half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out. Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Okay. Cool. They go. Joyce, 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 Joyce. We did a thing, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric and not a serious demand, but the stridency of it seems to have spooked them. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oronese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
Okay, so we got psychotic soldiers, super soldiers out here. Cool.
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
This is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
I think you would like it, yeah.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinez needs.
Thanks, Half-Light.
Houses drenched in red, blood gushing down Rue de Saint-Cispar. The whole place mopped with a giant red rag. Fresh bullet holes for all the old buildings.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching.
We have.
Where did it take place?
You liar.
And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk.
He had
maybe
no
on
pressure?
narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe. If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Okay.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
You should show those meatheads exactly how savage you really are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
I failed my last 83% roll. Let's see what happens this time.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent.
Huh.
There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning are used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them.
Excuse me.
Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not
Okay.
weeks.
Bloodbath.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
All right. Later, girl.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please, of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish.
Accordion
The curls
lines?
of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways.
Me either, Doss.
A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto,
All this from
he
the
sailed to
tattoo?
the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
Interesting.
Revershoal. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revershoal in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay.
Anti-object task force. Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
Nice. Attacking physical objects heals damage and +1 to pain threshold, and all physical learning caps increased by 1. Woo! Okay. I'm happy with that. That was a good one to learn. Can we unlock a new slot? We can unlock a new slot. Let's unlock this one. And put in visual savior fair, maybe. Let's get savior fair. All right, it is noon in game, which means nothing right now. Oh, we have points to put here too. It keeps saying we have new items here, but I don't see anything new. Oh, the postcard is new. I forgot about the postcard. Can I look at the postcard or anything? No, I think it's just something to sell. Alright. We have many a task. Apparently our map is updated as well. Dice maker. I got money for rent, I think. Smoker in the balcony at 9. Find smokes and smoke them. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I have smokes. I haven't done that one yet, even though I have them, so let's do that real fast.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up.
Hey Jag, how you doing?
Get a load of this.
We're smoking.
Cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Okay. Task complete. Next task. Sing karaoke. Get a hold of a sad song on tape. I don't know where to do that. Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Who the fuck is Kim? Oh, Kim is my dude. Is my partner. All right. Money down there. How you doing, Jag? I hope you're doing good, man. All right.
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7.2. Supercharged. Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
No, that's porno tuning.
Use bigger words.
Porno. That's short for pornography. That's a negative on the porno. Thank you, though.
Okay, I use the radio anyway.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Change of plans. Her number.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Let's go. I don't remember who this is. How's this game on PS4? Thinking of getting it? I don't know. I'm playing on PC.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right.
It's a very slow-paced, chill, like
passed.
tabletop style RPG though. It's good though.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Oh, she was the one who got
Let's just say I left because I needed to
assaulted.
get away from someone. You know who? Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No? Not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Okay? I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god. You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The Union would, you know, what the Union says goes. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. No. I honestly don't know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just...
Okay. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
Wait.
The law. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well.
I have my
Others
code.
do it more casually,
Just not wearing
Looks
it.
like you're one of them.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation." There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. No, absolutely not.
That's not good.
That came so fast, you can't but wonder what else she would be good at. Baseball, ring-a-bell quiz shows, catching keys in the air, petting an angry cat.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
All right. One task at a time, ladies and gentlemen. I got a new item, apparently, even though I don't have a new item. I don't have a new item. All right. Who made the call pointing to the crime? Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. Find booze and drink it. I have booze.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore Red. The gods have been generous.
We have to
pop it open before they change their minds.
The only two main tasks we have, we are on timers, so we're doing everything we can in the meantime.
Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. The golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
All right, task. Who made the call? Get a reality lowdown. Keep asking Joyce questions about reality. On return later, she'll... Okay. Well, back to Joyce. Also, we don't have our items equipped.
Hey Busa.
What, barkeeper? Has it been another hour already?
Who was your best friend in elementary school?
Hey, are you trying to dox me? My favorite friend in elementary school was a kid named Justin. He lived across the street from me. He was my best friend for a very long time. Well into probably right before high school.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
All right, quick break, guys. Be right back. Nah, I've tried starting sourdough 7 times and it keeps dying. This is the basic whole wheat sandwich loaf, sweetened with honey and topped with oats. Good.
I'm such a pro gamer. I am not a pro gamer.
Nope. I like that that happened immediately after you said it.
In my defense, I said it right after I dodged him.
Yes, I will save. Is there a quick save? Like, can I hit F5 and save? Hey! Well, kind of. Back Shitty Sands. No! There's a load. F5 slowed. Right. Muted my microphone. I'm back. All right, let's get some more reality. 72%. Let's roll that.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
And where does Barkeeper get her questions? I'm not sure.
World.
She's getting them
The
from
only
somewhere.
one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
She has a couple of databases of like basic like conversation starter questions, and some of them are like combinations of those.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
His my best friend's dad was a Taekwondo instructor, and my Taekwondo instructor as well coming up, and he got real sick, and stomach cancer, I think, and died of that. Yeah, I mean, Justin and his 2 brothers were my best friends for a very, 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 very long
Freeze
time.
on lifts the hair on the back of your arm. Wind sweeps the surface of the bay.
Which is weird because I grew up in a religion that did not encourage you to really associate with people outside of your religion. But since they lived right across the street from me, there's nothing you could really do, right? And so we played together a lot.
The world is a suzerainty. Of Revachol.
Shivers, why do you sound different?
There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium. It does. They're a term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists. I am, after all, bourgeois and female. Hardly the perfect ambassador for the world. It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. Be my guest. What I am not is a basic term of reality.
I think that's it. I mean, we'll roll this. Why not?
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for what...
Alright, I don't need to... Apparently she'll have more questions on reality later. That's one of those things that will... I don't know why I keep saying I have new items. Stop it. I don't have new items, you liar. Or return later. She'll be here whenever you need more info. Okay. Track down your badge. I have no idea what to do. Where's the rest of the armor? Ask Kano, the kid throwing rocks where... oh, okay. Kano. Shivers got cold? I guess so. You got a bit of a sex change operation. Where is Kano? I see her. Where's Kano?
Are you trying to sneak
Or
up?
Kuno?
Come to slit my throat in my sleep. Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
If anything, you're afraid she'll take you out one day.
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Where is Kuno? Oh, he's there. Let's walk back around. Ugh. Hey, Death Pixie, how are you? I recently played Horizon Zero Dawn all the way through on Ultra Hard for my first time. It was the game we beat before this game. And I was thinking about you, because I know you were big into that game for quite a bit.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it?
I did. I played Gris last night. It was a really cool game. Yeah, Horizon was really good.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
This is Disco Elysium. This has been my daytime game. I think this is day 3. And it's kind of a tabletop RPG detective mystery kind of thing brought to a video game. It's really slow paced and chill, but it's written really well, and it's really, the universe is great. I don't know if I can recommend it though, even though I'm enjoying it.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge.
But I pretty much play what people vote for. I don't know what I'm playing tonight. Speaking of playing tonight, is there something on the list we can play tonight? I like doing shorter games at night. What do we got? We got Silent Hill 2 we could start. I don't know what Narita Boy is. Resident Evil Tall Lady Edition. Days Gone. Maneater. Maybe. But if you have any suggestions for like short games or horror games, let me know. Oh, Darkwood's on the list. Someone recommended that in chat or in Discord.
are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
The Valorant Phasmophobia, not a single player. Yeah.
He means Manuel.
Yeah.
The laid-back striker at the gates.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't.
They are horrible.
Care.
All right. Skinny Dude has info on the armor. Yeah, let's go do that. It's kind of neat. It has this leveling system here because there's no real action in the game. It's all interactions, and you can choose parts of your psyche to make stronger. So you can like intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics, and then those are divided into subsections, and these give you different options when presented with situations and stuff, which is really cool. And then you have these extra like bonuses you can learn here by interacting with the world. Which, you know, these are the ones I've unlocked at the top here, like before this space. And these are the ones I've learned, what I'm currently learning. It's a neat game. Yeah, they censor the F slur. They don't censor much else, but the F slur they do.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? The little boy had the good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and
How about
there,
you,
and it's
Pixie?
still
What you been
going.
playing lately?
One bad move is all it takes. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Satisfactory. Yeah, I have some friends who play that.
How does it come off?
I think Dallas plays that. He's usually in here lurking while he works.
In part.
He plays that a lot.
4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I do.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits.
It's an addiction. I need help. We're talking 12 hours.
Good luck if
Yeah.
you go for those boots, though.
I haven't touched it
You
yet.
have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off you. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Okay, so I'm not getting the boots. I sent the body away because I couldn't find a freezer for it, even though it is already out for 7 days. I don't know why I wanted to find a freezer for it so badly, but I sent it away because I'm a dummy. Yeah, let's go Kuno. I am sure I am higher than level 2. Nah, level 2. Oh, you got. Wait, who's that? Where is that? How did she? Can I go up to the roof?
Fuck does Kuno care? So? Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, griefing the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care
Kuno.
about this small time shit. Just listen.
I think he's supposed to be like an annoying
here,
English
Dr.
kid,
Diamond.
like one of the English kid thugs, and he's just terrible. It's annoying.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientist.
Believe it, you need this shit.
these could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Alright, Pickle. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
I love that her name is just Kunoise.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Physical instrument.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic treehouse.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
Damage morale, that's not good.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement.
Are you kidding me?
By, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him.
A kid just gave me a game over by being mean to me.
Match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Mac Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all.
Well, that's the end of Disco Elysium, because you know what I'm not doing? You know what I'm not doing? Any of that again. I think it's a good game if you just want to chill and listen to a game. So our next main game's gonna be BioShock Infinite, as we're gonna be playing during the day. I don't know what we're playing tonight still. I've thought about Silent Hill 2. I have the enhanced edition loaded up and ready to go on my computer. I have a point and click adventure I've been wanting to try. One of those hidden object games that I've been wanting to try. I don't think I have any more short games on my list, like really short games. I think Darkwood's supposed to be pretty short, but like I did Firewatch, I did Gris, I did Dark. Those are all great. I think for now, I'm gonna call it. We'll be back tonight. Thank you so much for being here, everybody who is here. But for now, let's find someone to raid. Yeah, that's all you got to see. You got to see a kid who killed me psychically with his brain. She's been live for 30 minutes. Adisa. We haven't rated Adisa, and I don't think we've rated Adisa in a while. Go give her some love. She's playing Metal Gear Solid 5. It's her first playthrough. She's enjoying it. I assume, because she keeps playing it. Go over there and give her some love. I'll be over there for a little bit, and I'll see you guys tonight. If you have suggestions on what I should play tonight, hit me up in Twitter or Discord. Either way, they're all linked below in the About section. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. Much love.
This is the right direction, yes. This is the same place I kidnapped